and gentlemen, it has been so long since the last video, but it is time for a new server showcase. This right here is DawnX. It is a 667 RSPS. It has a lot of customs and stuff like that. It's back in the old times of the 667 servers, back in one of the really high times of RSPS. And this has so much to offer, and I'm going to show you guys around today. The place I really want to start with first is obviously Slayer. Slayer on any server makes you a decent amount of money. You got Turiel for your beginner, your Duradel for your medium, and then of course you have the Elite Slayer, which you can go through, you can cancel your task, you can learn things, and then of course you can buy separate things. And then if you trade him, you have the Slayer equipment, and then you have the custom point shop. So the custom point shop is really cool. You can buy Slayer lamps, you can buy these hearts, which boost your stats beyond the overload. So I believe it is 149 for each of them, except for the magic heart or the imbued heart. It boosts to 119. You got your Slayer packages, easy, medium, and rare. You've got Slayer tickets. This is basically just Slayer points you can sell to other players. You got your Ring of Dropside, which is a drop rate item. Drop Totem, which is drop rate, and Dark Aura Tier 10, which is the drop rate as well. And then, of course, you got your Elite stuff, which is just kind of like mid tier, which is also very good, but something you can strive for, but there's a lot better there out there. Of course, you have your shopkeeper, and you can sell your loot to him, so you can come through, click, and it'll say, "Oh, it's worth whatever." That's obviously not right, but that's one of the best things in the game. Then, of course, you have your general store, where you can get your basic gear, bandos, ragefire, steadfast, the normal stuff. And then, of course, you can go to global stores, where you've got all sorts of stuff: food, potions, gloves, amulets, ammunition. You can go to more skilling supplies, teleport tabs. Then you can come to more, and it's back to the same page. One of my personal favorite things that is in this is the vote shop, because it allows you to get donator without having to spend real money, as well as vote books, which give you bonus experience and stuff. The things I like to buy the most are the key boxes, which will give you these keys here. You got the bronze, the silver, the gold, the elite, and the champion's key, which we will show here in just a little bit. Of course, you have the donator stores. Oh, it would help if I didn't misclick there. But, your first donor store, you got, Anger Sword, Third Age stuff, which there are the Third Age monsters and everything else that you can kill for it. Again, with your elite stuff, your Calphite, your Lucians, Torva, Pernix, Virtus, Noxious items. Again, it's more of like the mid-tier type of deal. Then, of course, if you go to your donator store too, you have your more, I'll go with elite tier, because there's also a champion tier. But this is more of like your higher tier, elite tier items: Doom Spirit Shield, Doom Brutal Whip, Vanguard, Doomed, Battle Mage. Obviously, the Doomed is for melee. Vanguard is more ranged, and Battle Mage is more mage based. You can get Twisted Bows, Seismic Wands, very good items. Of course, we also do offer the lottery, where you can enter 10 cash bags and get a chance to win. But another thing, this is kind of like a gear guide in a way. So if you go to the mid-tier shop, like I was saying, the Noxious items, Torva and everything else, Lucian's Calphite, more of your mid-tier. Then if you come again to the Elite store, so this is more of your higher tier gear. Doomed, Vanguard, Battle Mage, you got your rings, you got your amulets, all that sort of stuff, wings, blah. But then, as I was saying with the champion tier, you have got things like Serenic Eye, Malevolent, Tectonic. Tectonic would be mage, Malevolent would be melee, and Serenic would be ranged. These are actually very high tier boots. He brought in the more old school RuneScape type base for these ones to be higher tier. Of course, you have your respective rings to your sets. Then the Earth Drygores are obviously melee, Sang and Orb for mage, and then the Infinite Crossbow is for the Serenic. The God Wings, the Death Cape, and the Tectonic Cape. This would be more mage based, more melee based, more range based. I'm able to show you some of the stuff. I don't have it spawned, and this is all my legitimate stuff that I've grinded for. So, I mean, the bank is kind of disgusting at this moment. But you've got your elite stuff here, your regular stuff, all the wings and whatnot, noxious items, Omen's Maul, again, melee. So, the Obsidian set is kind of like the second best in slot. It's not the best in slot. What I'm wearing right now is best in slot for range. It's the Serenic S. We have a whole forge system. So if you come here, you got your armor. You can do Void, Calphite, which this puts Calphite right below Obsidian. So then you, of course, you can craft your Obsidian legs and everything else requires Doomed Assassin piece, a Vanguard piece, and a Battle Mage, all of the respective same kinds, legs for legs, etc. Then, of course, your Malevolent set S, which is the best in slot for melee. You would have to have a whole Malevolent set, and you have a 20% success rate. Same with Serenic, and same with Tectonic. There's a lot of items in the Forge, and it's a lot of OP stuff that you can continue to get. Obsidian Amulet, boots, gloves, Shadow Cape, Amulet, boots, gloves. The Shadow is obviously the best in slot. And then, you have other small things. You can enchant your bronze keys and the silver keys, the DawnX aura. So this would make that tier 10 earlier we were talking about in the Slayer store. You have a chance to upgrade this into the DawnX aura, being the best in slot drop rate once it is upgraded. And we will talk about how to upgrade your stuff here in just a minute after I show you these keys. So right here, you've got your bronze chest, your silver, your gold, your elite, and of course your champion. These are the Titan keys. These are being worked on at this moment, so they cannot be shown. And then, of course, your crystal chest. You can get tons of items. We have collection logs and everything else. You can come up to keys, bronze keys. This is more basic gear. The collection logs are being updated and reworked at this moment. So then you have your silver keys, which will give you more of your mid-tier items. Gold keys will give you mid-tier as well. The silver keys are more low tier, some mid, some like the elite bow and stuff. Then, of course, the elite keys, you can get doomed and everything else like that, as you can see. Then, of course, the champion keys is obviously going to be more of your very, very high-end gear pre upgrading. But you can go through and see all of that stuff. But, I mean, we do have good collection logs. I mean, they do work. They don't necessarily light up green or anything when you have them done. But as you can see, all items are obtained, all items are obtained, all items are obtained, etc. Now, as we're going to talk about, you have the ways we were upgrading, we were just talking about. So if you come here to the DawnX token shop, this offers a very wide range of things. So you can get weapons and equipment where you can get your Void, your Chaotix and stuff like that, beginner stuff. And then, of course, you can go into the drop rate gear. So you've got the Ring of Wealth, Dark Aura Tier 1, and Drop Token. These are all upgradable. You need DawnX tokens, which every monster in the game drops. So it's not like it's a super hard grind. But then you also have what's called the Collector's Horns, which do exactly what the name says. It auto collects your items. And as you see, we just right click and sit and upgrade. And then once you have that for that, so you have the Ring of Drops Eye, is the maximum you can get for that. Then you come in here, maybe. You come to here, you got the Ring of Drops Eye in your inventory, go to forge it. I failed. I already have it though, so it's not a big deal. And then of course we'll showcase a little bit of the keys. Again, so that was the bronze. We're going with silver, gold, elite, and then of course your champion keys. They do all give loot. They all give DawnX tokens and the platinum tokens. These you need 100 platinum tokens and it exchanges into a bag, which is 100 mil. And that's pretty much the currency as well. If you come just north of the shops, you'll have the doubloons chest, which you do earn over time with other things, which can be traded in for DawnX tokens, crystal keys, things of that sort. But then you've got all of these guys right here, which are for quests to use different things. I don't even have them all done, but you got DT, RFD, Lunar Diplomacy, Robber, Helpless Log Off. All of them give you a little bit extra that you can do in the game. Just east of that would be the fun PK portal. You can come here, PK with friends and stuff. I mostly just use it to heal at the nurse and then tele right out. But then just directly north here, you've got 3 more shops. The Revenant shop is being worked on. The Zombie Land, there are zombies in the wilderness that drop zombie tokens. But then Mandrith is really the main one. You can come and get these items. These are PvP based items and they help you a lot. And they're really all around. They're very good for edge PKing. You come to the Blood Money store and you've got an absolute ton of stuff to get. The Haunted Dragon Dagger and the Haunted Scimitar do have a very special effect where they take off your opponent's prayer. They have a very weak hitting attack, but they can knock off the prayer and allow you to use a stronger special attack weapon. Then, of course, the Light Bearer and Vigor and its counterpart, the upgraded Light Bearer Eye, which do the same thing as both of these combined. You have the Vengeance Skull, Grand Seed Pod, Looting Bag, Fluorescence, Doom Claws, Elder Maul, Karasi, things of that sort. Very, very cool. Very, very nice weapons. Then, of course, we have coded PK bots. They're very hard to kill. It's not like you can just farm these guys over and over again for good loot. They drop a lot of the keys that we were talking about earlier, the gold, silver, bronze, elite, and champion keys, which are very good farm. And of course, your teleportation platform, which, as you see, there is quite a bit. So, the starter zone. You have the penguins, barrows, and mini bosses. Penguins are fantastic to start out on. They drop a ton of bronze keys and really good beginner gear. Then, of course, you have your Slayer Tower, all of the bosses that we currently have. There are a lot being worked on at this moment. We have custom raids, all your cities, dungeons, mini games. There's a lot to do here. There's quite a bit, in my opinion. Fully working skills, whole 9 yards. I mean, it's a fun time. The server does receive updates pretty well every 2 weeks, but it is a newer server, and there is a lot of things happening and a lot of behind the scenes. I've spoken to the owner personally. I have a lot of very, very positive DMs from him, and I hope to see you guys here. I mean, at least give it a try. If you don't like it, that's fine. If it's not your cup of tea, but at least come on, try it out. Let us know what you think. Give us some ideas, and you guys have a beautiful day.